Hi, Goombay Kids! I heard you're dealing with some pirates. That's one of my favorite topics in Caribbean history. Just turns out I've got my parapolly here.
Pirates! Polly want a cracker!
Not now, Polly. I'm talking. Fun fact, there are actually no historical records of pirates actually carrying parrots with them.
Make believe! Make believe!
Polly, please! Where was I? Oh, yes. Pirates still exist today, but the ones you're probably thinking of are the ones like Blackbeard and Anne Bonny from the early 1700s. They sailed ships across the seas looking for other ships to attack and loot things like treasures and weapons.
Gold! Gold!
Yes, gold, but even though they were thieves, they still had a pirate code. They voted for who should be their captain and shared their treasures, which led many people to turn to piracy instead of legal sailing, where many people got their ranks on how rich their families were, which definitely wasn't fair. They were often recognized by their Jolly Roger flag, skull, and crossbones. Many pirate ships had their own version and symbol on their flag. Did you know that Nassau was once the pirate capital of the world? They called it the Republic of Pirates. Aren't you glad we don't have to worry about that here anymore? Well, see you next time, Goombay mateys, and have a Goombay day.
Hey Goombay Kids, it's Murph, the Goombay Kid archaeologist. If you're out and about in the old city, look a bit deeper and you might find a hint about the past. A great example is the British Colonial Hotel in Nassau. Did you know the hotel was built on top of an old military fort? Fort Nassau was built in 1697 and stood for 200 years before it was demolished in 1897. The fort was built like a four-pointed star and used to have 54 cannons. Those were there to protect against pirates and attempts by the Spanish to take over. Now, if you want ruins that are still standing, there's always Blackbeard's Tower. This tower gets its name from the fact that it was supposedly used by the infamous pirate Edward Teach. Remember, whenever exploring a site, don't litter, don't take anything with you except your pictures, and even though it may be tempting to write something like, Ario is here, it would hurt the historical preservation. Let's spell preservation. Preservation. Preservation is what keeps these historical places safe. It slows down wear and tear and helps them to stay as close to their original state as possible. Let me know if you find anything cool. See ya, Goombay Kids!
Hi, Jay here, the Goombay Kids resident DJ and music expert. Today we're gonna be learning about music indigenous to the Bahamas. Like many other Caribbean countries, the Bahamas has a rich culture of music and dance. Calypso and soca are both originated in Trinidad and Tobago. Calypso has a silent Y. Spell it with me. C-A-L-Y-P-S-O. Calypso. Soca is the newest type of music of them all. It's what's most often heard in carnival street parades today. Rake and scrape is one of the oldest Bahamian music styles and is made from an unlikely mixture of a rake, a scrape saw, an accordion, as well as others. Goombay. It focuses on the rhythm of the goatskin drum. And that Goombay spirit is what brings all us Goombay kids together. Till next time, have a Goombay day.
Hey Goombay Kids, it's Maya, the Goombay Kids historian. Today, we're going to be talking about a famous Nassau landmark, the Queen's Staircase. Did you know that the Queen's Staircase was carved as an escape route for the soldiers at nearby Fort Fincastle? There are 66 steps carved out of limestone by enslaved people between 1793 and 1794. Before creating the staircase, it would have taken the soldiers much longer to get from the fort to the harbor below. An interesting fact is that there are 66 steps and Queen Victoria reigned for 66 years. Of course, this is just a coincidence, but it is still very interesting. Once you've seen the Queen's Staircase, there's lots more to see downtown. Many of the buildings downtown on Bay Street date back to the late 1800s, with some areas even dating back to the mid-1600s. Of course, now these old buildings are the homes for shops, restaurants, and government offices. If you enjoy museums, there are a few just a moment away. We have the Pompeii Museum of Slavery and Emancipation, the Pirates of Nassau Museum, and the Heritage Museum of the Bahamas, to name a few. Well, that's all I have time for today, Goombay Kids. I hope to see you soon. Bye!
Hey Goombay Kids, it's me, Jack, the Goombay Kid biologist. Recently, my Australian pen pal, Emma, wrote me about the Great Barrier Reef, the world's largest coral reef system that's near where she lives in Australia. But did you know we have our own barrier reef here in the Bahamas? It's the third biggest in the world. The Andros Barrier Reef is located off the coast of, you guessed it, Andros. The Andros Barrier Reef is 190 miles long, and it stretches from Andros Island, where it's very shallow, all the way down into the ocean, where it can be up to 6,000 feet deep. That's over double the world's largest building. And since coral is alive, that means the Andros Barrier Reef is the third largest living organism on the planet. How cool is that? See you next time, Goombay Kids!
Hey Goombay Kids! Hope you like our videos. Subscribe to our channel to see more.